All right, time for tonight's last word. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has declared he will not be an impartial juror in the impeachment of President Trump, even going so far as to say that he is working in total coordination with the White House on trial strategy. Today, an op-ed in McConnell's hometown newspaper, the Louisville Courier-Journal, says the Majority Leader is about to violate not one, but two oaths of office. Kent Greenfield, a law professor and Kentucky native, writes, quote, McConnell's loyalty to Trump should not overwhelm his loyalty to the Constitution. All senators should take their obligation of faithful impartiality seriously, especially McConnell. History is watching, and it will be a harsh judge. Joining us now is Kent Greenfield, the author of that op-ed and professor at Boston College Law School. Kent, great to talk to you again. Let me follow up on our conversation earlier, but I wanted to get your thoughts about what is the core argument that you're making here. What are the two oaths of office that you think Mitch McConnell is going to violate?
Well, there are only three oaths mentioned in the text of the Constitution at all. The first is the presidential oath, and the other two now pertain to Senator McConnell. In Article 6, all federal and state officials are bound by an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. But there's a third oath that is very rarely taken, rarely needed, and that's that when the senators try an impeachment, the Constitution says that they will be bound by oath. And what that means is that they have to take it seriously. They have to be impartial. The words of the oath that every senator will be held to when the trial begins is that they swear to be impartial. Now, Senator McConnell and Senator Lindsey Graham and others have already said that they have no intention to be impartial, and that, I think, is a violation of not only their Article 1 oath, but now their Article 6 oath as well. So that's two oaths.
I was going to say, it seems the authors of the Constitution, the Founding Fathers, perhaps never envisioned this. Otherwise, they would have probably tried to have an ironclad situation whereby the Senate and the Senate Majority Leader would not be so co-opted by the executive branch that they'd be working, as he said, as Mitch McConnell said, step by step in this.
The Senate was always intended to be the grown-ups in the room. They only get elected every 6 years. They're supposed to be somewhat insulated from the political realities of the day, so they can be the more distinguished, more thoughtful politicians and public servants. And so in this case, back in the day when the Constitution was written, political parties, as we now know them, did not exist. So the thought was that the Congress would be the control, the power that would weigh against the presidency, and so they would be the checking. They would provide a checking function of the presidency, especially in those rare circumstances in which the president has abused his power. When the president has abused the power of the office, then the only legal remedy is impeachment. So when Senator McConnell says this is a political act, this is a political procedure, that's flat wrong from a constitutional perspective. It's legal, and the remedy is impeachment. And under the Constitution, every senator is required to be impartial. And he's already said that he's going to violate that oath.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.